Alrighty, good morning, everybody. I hope you all are having an absolutely wonderful day so far. I want to welcome you, of course, today. This is the Internet Morning Entreprayneur. This is my daily morning show where basically we're talking about what I'm doing as an entrepreneur, trying to better myself, become the best version of myself that I can possibly become, grow my businesses, and hopefully talk to some other entrepreneurs that are trying to do the same thing. So if you're new here, that would be extremely surprising if you were here at all. But who cares? Welcome regardless to no one out there. Um, so today, basically, in the previous episodes, you've seen that I've been kind of running around like crazy because I'm doing my first really, really big event, and that is a carnival that's going to have like thousands of people at it. So I've really been prepping for that all week because this is going to be a lot more, intense than popping in my driveway for, the 25 people that stop by. So it's been a really, really busy week with that. And it's going to be even more busy. If you're familiar, probably not, but I do an AM radio show as well. And I just got an email yesterday from my lady at the AM radio station, and she said, "Hey, don't forget to send your show in." And I have not recorded anything for that show. So I need to get that done today. So I worked on that last night. It's a 27-minute show. I got like 18 minutes of it. And I was like, wow, I hate all of this. So, so it's constant struggle trying to put something out into the world, into the ether that I like. But so I got to do that. That's really number one. And then following that, I need to make sure that I get all my ingredients today. I do all the stuff. And I need to call the health department and make sure that they are going to approve me to do this before I spend an exorbitant amount of money. So like I said, I'm doing a big carnival. I went to the mailbox this morning, and there was a letter in the mail for another volunteer fire department carnival. And so I'm thinking maybe, so this one's in July. Oh man, dogs are going to bark. So maybe this carnival would be, poor pups. Maybe this carnival would be good to try to be a part of. So I see on their website, they've got a website here. It's July 10th through the 15th. Each carnival will be open around 6 p.m. Gigantic fireworks display on the 14th. Cool. Cool. So yeah, they actually have a phone number here, and I'll call that phone number after this show is over. And I will see if they have any interest in a kettle corn guy, because I bet you carnivals I bet you carnivals are going to go pretty well for us. So I'm going to call them as well, and I'm going to do what I try to do as much as I possibly can, which is keep track of everything on my Google Doc, my running list of tasks here. So we're going to add on to the running list of tasks. We are going to add in 6-1. Hey, happy June, everybody. 6-1-23. So we need to call fire department. Okay, so we've got those two things. So I got some stuff yesterday. I did go ahead and get the bags and the ties and blah, blah, blah. Everything I would need for that. I reached out to a guy. It looks like I'm probably going to need to use somebody to help me. But, I worry a little bit about this because I really have no idea if I'm going to be absolutely slammed or what. So it'll be interesting to see, but I did talk to somebody and say I probably could use help for the week. He said he could do every day but the 8th. So maybe I'll do that. I'm not sure. But yeah, I really don't have too much to go through today. Yesterday I did beef up my insurance because, I'm just doing bigger events. So I went ahead and got different insurance. Of course, I've had my real estate license since 2019, and but I haven't really done anything with it. I needed to renew my license and do my continuing education. Well, I called the Department of Labor and Licensing. I missed my renewal window for my real estate license by 2 months. So that means I have to redo the entire 60-hour course, retake the real estate exam, which really sucks because I was hoping to put on every bag that, hey, I'm a real estate agent, you can contact me for all your real estate needs, and really just try to earn and generate some more income as I'm on this journey here. But it doesn't look like I can do that, which I'm definitely disappointed about, because I really thought that was a good idea to throw that out into the ether. So maybe if I can go through the classes, like I'm sure I could do the class in a week, and get the exam done like by the end of the week, maybe, and then I would not feel guilty putting on the bags that I'm a real estate agent. Like if I have an exam scheduled for the Monday after the carnival, I think I would be fine with that, because then I will have my license. But we'll see. We'll see how I'm going to play that. It sucks that I let it lapse like a fool. But what are you going to do? At the very least, there's a little bit of good that I'd already paid for the classes online, and it doesn't look like I'm going to have to buy that $600 course again. So that's nice. But yeah, so I think what I need to do is I need to figure out when my AM radio show is going to air. I need to figure out, something that I've been really surprised about. I thought I was going to be able to find guests like crazy. And, because I know so many entrepreneurs, and some of them I'm too afraid to ask because I really want to be good at interviewing before, I interview these, kind of bigger entrepreneurs. But as far as getting smaller entrepreneurs, I've actually struggled to get anybody to do an interview. So it's been tough. So I think this show, I was hoping to interview somebody for every show, but I think for this show coming up, I'm just gonna push what I'm doing. I'm gonna kind of use this as an advertisement for the fact that I'm in the driveway every weekend, popping and selling there, and I'm just gonna use it as an advertisement for me. And I've already, what was I talking about yesterday? I think I was talking about confidence. I don't know. Let's find my Audacity. Let's see if I can, hold on, I've lost my cursor here. Let me see if I can turn on my desktop audio here. Let's see if this works. Okay. Good morning, everybody. I hope you all have had an absolutely wonderful day so far. First and foremost, I want to thank you so much for your time and joining me here this morning. I want to welcome you to the show. My name is James Goss. I'm an entrepreneur that's local to the Frederick area. I've been dabbling in entrepreneurship for at least 13 years. I've been working on growing different businesses. I've tried and failed at a bunch of different things. By no means am I the shining example of a perfect entrepreneur and a huge time success. I'm still definitely in the middle of that daily grind, trying to become the best version of myself, trying to grow the best businesses that I can grow, and really trying to serve my community and the people around me. So I'm hoping that by documenting my growth and the way that I'm able to do things, I hope that I can help others And my biggest goal for this show is to be able to talk to people that can offer some advice and help and support to people like us who are trying to grow their businesses, trying to become that best version of themselves. So we're going to be seeking knowledge from those that have it, that have already walked down the road. That, if you're trying to better yourself, we're going to be seeking knowledge from those that already have bettered themselves and are, always working towards becoming the best version of themselves. And we're going to be talking to some other local entrepreneurs and business owners and see how they went about what they're doing and how that's working for them. So I'm really excited to bring these guests to you. I want to tell you, this is a 27-minute version of my daily morning online radio show, which is called Internet Morning Entreprayneur, or iAMentreprayneur. You can find that on YouTube. My YouTube channel is at Escaping the Neon, or just Escaping the Neon. That comes from when I had a manual labor 9-to-5 job. We had to wear neon shirts every day, and my goal was to get out of that manual labor 9-to-5 job, become my own boss. So you can kind of follow my journey on that YouTube channel if that's something that interests you. And then every single morning I start that radio show at 6:45, and basically I'm trying to grow that show. It doesn't have huge viewership. If you want to interact with me, that's a great place to do it. You can ask any questions, and we can kind of work through your business. I love to talk to people. I love to meet members of the community. So jump on there, and I'd love to talk to you. Again, that's Internet Morning Entreprayneur. You'll see me there live at 6:45 a.m. and we just talk until there's nothing more to talk about. So hope to see you there. And so next I'll tell you about the business that really helped me escape that 9-to-5 job and start becoming my own boss. Of course, I'm still grinding. Like I said, this business is not where I want to end up, for the rest of my life, but it's been a great stepping stone. And, I really want to be able to share the lessons I've learned along the way in this business, and hopefully transition into bigger and better things eventually. But I'm working on a popcorn company right now. I've been doing this popcorn company for like almost 4 years now. I started this when the pandemic hit, and basically I'd already owned a business before this, and my partner and I, we decided to end things. It was on good terms and all that. He bought me out of the business. It certainly wasn't a huge buyout. I didn't go on a giant vacation by any means. But that was that was my first real test of business ownership, other than just like stupid little side gigs that were earning me money. I was loving it, but there was nothing serious that I had really, made an LLC and all that type of stuff for. So that was like my first taste into real business ownership. And then I got another 9-to-5 job after him and I split that company up. And I worked that for a little while, but my goal was definitely to get out of there. And I knew I wanted to be my own boss. So I kind of lucked into the popcorn business, and I started a kettle corn company. And basically, when COVID hit, they gave everybody the $800 stimulus checks, and I was working a manual labor job. I didn't know if I was going to continue to have my job because everything was shutting down and whatnot. That didn't end up happening. I did keep my job, but I was worried. And so we got the first stimulus check, and I was thinking of ways that I could turn that $800 into more money. That was really my goal. I'm like, you know what? Because I knew, if Uncle Sam's giving you $800, they're going to find a way to take $1,500 back. So I knew for sure that already this was not in the best plan. But I wanted to turn that $800 into more money. And that was basically what I was deciding. All right, this is going to be my seed money. So I get on eBay, and I'd done farmers markets before. That was my first ever job, was working at a farmers market. And there had been some kettle corn guys there, and they were killing it. And they always had a big line. And I love popcorn. I eat it every single night. So it was a good fit for me. And so I talked to my wife. I was like, hey, I think I'm going to try doing kettle corn at farmers markets. And, I'm going to see if I can find a kettle with this $800 and start this business as the next thing that I do. And so I did end up finding a kettle. It was a full setup for $800. So I drove. It was actually in South Carolina. I drove all the way to South Carolina, picked the kettle up. Next day, I'm a kettle corn guy. And I won't tell you the whole story about that, but so I've been growing that for, like I said, first stimulus check is when I started this company. And since then, I've been able to get a bunch of wholesale clients, and I've moved, and I've set my house up as, a place where I pop every weekend. I'm starting to gain a ton of regulars. I've built a little market stand there where I'm selling the popcorn. It's like a self-serve stand every day. So that's been really fun to just even watch that grow in the short time that I've been here. It's been super awesome to see that. So, of course, you can come out and see me. I will be there basically every weekend. You can find me on social media as well. My name is James Goss. You can add me. You'll see where I'll be on the weekends. But most of the time, I'll be right there, end of my driveway, right on Liberty Road on 26, in between Low Vineyards and Elk Run Vineyards. I'm right there popping popcorn all the time. You can get my fresh hand-stirred kettle corn from Friday to Sunday. If I'm not there, I'm out at an event somewhere. And chances are it's local to the Frederick community. I do a lot of breweries, wineries. I'll be at the Mount Airy Carnival actually this Saturday, June the 10th. I'll be Mount Airy Carnival, and I'll be there all week. I don't actually know when this is going to go on the air, but anyway, so I do a lot of live events. If you're looking for a kettle corn guy by chance, give me a shout. I'm more than happy. Again, I love to do the events, but I also do wholesale, and just come try a bag. People definitely love it, and I'd love to meet you. So if you want to come out, I live at 14806 Liberty Road, and you can find me out there. Like I said, I'm right in between Taylorsville and Liberty Town, and I'm like even more in between Low Vineyard and Elk Run Vineyard. So come out, grab a glass of wine. We got breweries all around us. Grab a bag of kettle corn, introduce yourself. I'd love to meet you. So I hope you're able to catch the last episode that we had, but on that episode, we interviewed Donnie Seivert. He owned a trucking company and a freight brokerage. So basically, he was a truck driver who owned and operated his own trucks, and then he also owns a freight logistics company where basically he connects other truck drivers to customers that he has that need loads moved. So that was a great episode. It was great to talk to him and learn how he does business. But one of the things that he touched on, and something that we'll be talking about on this radio show and on my morning YouTube radio show, is really the core pillars of entrepreneurship, and what people that are successful have done to become successful. And what he touched on was consistency. And that was a great way to start, because consistency is one of the most important things. But I've always really believed that, while there is so many things like, dedication, consistency, and, working hard, knowing your industry, there's so many things. There's this huge array of things that, if you want to become a business owner, in order to become a successful business owner, you have to be good at so many things. But I do believe that there is something that, you need to find that time to be thankful and just kind of give back. And so what I want to take today's episode and dedicate it to is really just allowing yourself to be thankful. And that sets you, number one, no matter what you believe, who you believe in, if anything at all, being thankful for the things that you currently have, no matter how bad your situation is. You have to find something to be thankful. And that does an excellent job of just kind of switching your mentality, even if just for a second. If you're constantly, battling with some inner demons and, whatever it is you're going through, it's really good to have these moments of just like, what? Well, I'm thankful that, this didn't happen to me today. Just be thankful that you woke up again today. Just be thankful that you're able to take another breath. Whatever it is, there's something that you can be thankful for. And so in this episode, maybe this isn't a core to, growing the most, income that you can possibly grow. But I do think this is a really good core trait just to start growing into, a slightly happier and certainly a more positive person than you are today. And just taking the time and allowing yourself that moment of just like, I'm glad for whatever it is that you have to be thankful for. So I want to share with everybody today how I do that. I don't really care who you're thankful to. Again, I'm not pushing any religion or anything like that on you. Whatever you want to believe in is totally your prerogative, but I just think that just trying to be thankful, if not just for a more positive mentality and more positive outlook, just a daily thankfulness, what it will do for you, I just think that it's really something that you should definitely try. So I want to tell you how I do it. It's extremely, extremely simple. And some pretty crazy things have happened since I started doing this. So it's super easy. Basically, what I do, first thing, first time that I see this in the morning, 10:10. When it's 10:10 a.m., that's repeating numbers 1010, 10:10. I take a moment. I say, if I see that on the clock or the timer or whatever, I say, you know what? Today I'm thankful. I got to wake up. I got to do my morning radio show. I got to talk to my community. I got to do the things I enjoy, and those are the type of things I'm thankful for. Obviously, everyone's going to have their own things. You're thankful for your wife, your kids. You're thankful that you don't have a wife and kids. Whatever it is that you're thankful for. So start paying attention. You see 10:10, you pause. You take a moment to be thankful. You see 12:12, you pause. You take a moment to be thankful. You see 1:11, 1:11, you pause. You take a moment to be thankful. You see a trend here. You see 2:22. You pause, you take that moment to be thankful. And you do that until, of course, 5:55 is the last time you can do it for the day. And you'll notice, everybody looks at their phone a decent amount. Everybody looks at clocks a decent amount. But it really has been crazy. I don't know how long that I've been doing this for. Probably a year and a half, 2 years-ish. And it all started, if you mention or if you notice, I did skip 11:11 because basically my entire life I've been thinking, oh, it's 11:11, make a wish. And it's crazy how many times I will happen to look at my phone at 11:11. It started happening a ridiculous amount because, I've been doing it for so long. Every time I see 11:11, make a wish. And it was wild how I just somehow naturally was always looking at a clock at 11:11 and, always thinking to myself and making a wish. Well, at some point I realized that, although I love making wishes at 11:11, it's also extremely important for me to be thankful for the things that already I've been able to accomplish, the things I've already done, and the things that have already been given to me. And so I really wanted to make that conscious effort like I do at 11:11. So I decided every time I see a repeating number that isn't 11:11, I'm going to do this. And I was like, you know what? I had always looked for repetitive numbers, and I always thought okay, well, there's, something for whatever reason, repetitive numbers. I always paid more attention to them. And then I just started thinking, you know what? Every time I see a repetitive number, if it's not 11:11, I'm still reserving those for wishes, okay? But every time I see a repetitive number beyond that, I'm just going to take a quick moment. Now, whether I take the whole minute or whether I just take, if I'm on the go, whatever, I'm driving, I just pop one thing in my brain. This is what I'm happy for. This is what I'm thankful for. And you'll see, it brings you a little spark of joy right there because you're like, hey, it's something to be, something to make you smile, something to be happy for. But the craziest thing is that now that I've been doing this, it is unbelievable how many times I'm looking at the clock. It's 10:10, it's 1:11, 2:22, 3:33, 4:44. It's crazy how many times I see this a day, and I love it because I'm able to be thankful every single one of those times. And it really, you'll see, it is really wild. Try it for 1 week, try it for 2 weeks, and you'll see that naturally you'll somehow be looking at a clock. It's, I don't care what you call it, and I'm never trying to push religion on you, but, I just think it's a universal synchronicity, if you will, that, you start being thankful for things, and you set a time to be thankful every day, and somehow you'll start tuning into when it's time. So give this a try. I think it's a really good technique to just take those quick moments in life to be thankful. I absolutely love it. It really does bring me joy, and literally this can't hurt you. Give it a try for 2 weeks. Start paying attention to the clock. Look for those repeating numbers, and you'll see positive things will start coming towards you. Positive things will start happening for you, and you'll become generally more positive. Well, so that was what I have recorded so far. Just from listening to it back, I can tell I definitely need to edit a bunch of it. There's a ton of ums and ands, and I think I repeat myself a few too many times. There's another right there, but I do repeat myself a bunch. I like it though. I think it turned out decently, but I still need another 10 minutes at least of content. I think that was, let's see how long that ran for. Yeah, so that's 15 minutes. So I need another, it's 15 minutes actually on the dot, which is crazy. But I think that I need another 12 minutes of content. And, maybe I need to go deeper into the benefits of being thankful instead of just telling people how I do it. And then I'll close out with another plug for this morning radio show, and I'll talk about the popcorn again. And then hopefully on the next one, we're going to be able to interview an entrepreneur that can bring some additional value in. And probably we're going to be interviewing on this morning show. But we'll see how that plays out. I haven't exactly figured out the format. This is just kind of a learning experience. And so I think that's what I'm going to be working on today. I'm going to be doing a ton of prep work still for the carnival. I'm getting ready for the weekend pop in the driveway. So if you happen to be around, come on by and see me. Introduce yourself. I'd love to meet you. But if not, I'll be doing the morning show tomorrow as well, right before I go out to pop the popcorn. So another morning show tomorrow. Then we'll be probably on WFMD, which is AM 930 in Frederick. I'll be on that probably Saturday morning, depending on what this email says. I'll keep you posted on that tomorrow. And then Sunday, the lady at the carnival asked if I could be there between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. to set up. She said it'd be a lot easier to get my trailer and my setup in there. So I will probably go ahead and do that Sunday. So I think I'll be popping Friday, Saturday. Sunday, I'll probably be just taking the day off more or less because it'll be short just to load up and get my equipment where it needs to be. So, and also this weekend, I'm probably going to be going pretty crazy because I have, again, I know I keep saying this, but I have no idea what I'm coming into. I have no idea what to expect here. So I kind of want to have like a surplus, of like at least 100 bags, I would say, because I think it could be extremely easy to get bogged down and not have enough fresh corn, because I can only pop so many, and I don't know what my help is going to be like. So it could really be challenging for sure. So we will see, but it'll be good to figure all that out. So I think for the day, I'm going to sign off here, and I'm going to get to it. I'm going to start making my phone calls. I'll be back tomorrow at 6:45. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I hope you do what I said on the morning radio show, which is, being thankful. And we'll get into that at some point, about, how being thankful has been helpful to me. We're just going to keep doing our outreach. We're going to keep trying to grow, and, I'll keep you posted on the real estate stuff and everything I'm working on. So thanks again for your time. I hope you found some value in this. And tomorrow, let's talk about you. So, alrighty. Thanks, everyone, for your time. Have a great one.